drag 'em out brawl as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Browns are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Ravens, who will need to be sharp on offense. And with that, we'll send you up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, which is where we'll find our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6". First carry for Justin Forsett. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain, and it's second down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they ask their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
On second down, Forsett takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Glennon. And that is incomplete. Dwayne Harris, the intended target, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Andrew Hawkins has it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big tight end. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Glennon, and he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
1st and 15 here behind the chains. Following the penalty, it's Forsett. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Dwayne Harris. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you. He's usually pretty good, too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll try and get it with Forsett. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How'd you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go! They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Fresh set of downs here. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Cleveland after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Come on, let's go!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Back to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now Glennon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for Baltimore first. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. His throw incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Glennon. He gets it complete to Harris. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And they're going to speed things up here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find Harris, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now Glennon. Fuller brings it in over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Glennon. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. One receiver left, three to the right. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland. My apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry. So we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
And I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll set up a throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good for a Cleveland first.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. In the red zone this time. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big tight end. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He gets it complete to Harris. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dwayne Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dwayne Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And the Ravens defense, they get ready and they trot back out onto the field. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone, but their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. 7 yards to go on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another pistol look here. They run the counter now on first down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Elvis Dumerville in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Glennon. They'll set up the screen for Forsett. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Glennon. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dwayne Harris, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown, and so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Browns are going to have a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex, there we go. Brand 38. Brand round. Flex, there we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Clean. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Single, slot. Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
He's back to throw. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding, offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Ravens, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.